In the world of sprinting, speed is king. But for Elaine Thompson-Herah, speed is just the beginning. She is more than just a runner. She is a force of nature. Born in Jamaica, the island of sprinters, she carries the legacy of a nation on her shoulders. Elaine is 34 years old, a seasoned athlete with a fire that still burns bright. Her journey is a compelling tale of raw talent. Her journey is a compelling tale of immense struggle. Her journey is a compelling tale of breathtaking comebacks. It's a story that proves that the path to greatness is rarely a straight line. We see the glory. We see the gold medals. We see the electrifying finishes. But what we don't always see is the immense effort behind it all. This is the story of Jamaica's premier sprinter, a woman who has redefined what it means to be fast. We will go back to her roots in rural Jamaica, a place that shaped her character and her dreams. We will explore her early days in school, where the first sparks of her incredible talent were seen. The narrative will follow her through university, where she honed her skills under the watchful eyes of dedicated coaches. But no great story is without its conflict. We will also confront the difficult times, the setbacks that threatened to derail her career, the painful injuries that tested her body, and the mental battles that tested her soul. Her journey is a powerful testament to resilience. This is the complete picture of Elaine Thompson-Herah, the rise, the fall, and the stunning return. It is a narrative of speed, struggle, and the indomitable will of a true champion. We will explore it all step by step, stride by stride. Elaine Thompson was born on June 28, 1992. She came into the world in the parish of Manchester, a rural heartland of Jamaica. Her home was in a small community called Banana Ground. This was not a place of fancy running tracks or state-of-the-art gyms. Life was simple, and resources were few. She was raised primarily by her grandmother, a figure of strength and stability in her young life. This environment instilled in her a quiet resilience, a toughness that would serve her well in the years to come. In Banana Ground, dreams were big, even if the world felt small. Elaine's formal education began at the Christiana High School. It was here that the first real signs of her athletic talent started to surface. She was not an instant prodigy. She was not the star athlete who dominated every race. Her journey was a slow burn, a gradual awakening of potential. She competed for her school, showing flashes of speed, but she often struggled with consistency. She then transferred to Manchester High School. Her involvement continued, but the story stayed much the same. She was a good runner, not a great one. In champs, she failed to make a significant impact. In 2009, she was suspended from the team for disciplinary issues. It was a difficult, uncertain time. The dream of becoming a top sprinter seemed to be slipping away. A crucial move came when she was recruited to Veer Technical High School. Veer Technical is legendary for producing world-class female sprinters, Merlene Ottey, Veronica Campbell-Brown. But success was not immediate. She kept running, but never the headline act. Her best high school time was 12.01 seconds in the 100 millers. She left school with no major individual titles. Many would have given up. The path to pro athletics seemed closed. What would come next? A chapter closed, but a new one was about to begin. The turning point in Elaine's life and career came after high school. While she had not been a standout star, her potential was noticed by Paul Francis. Paul saw something in her that others had missed, a raw, powerful stride, a hunger to succeed. He recommended her to his brother. She was offered a place at the University of Technology, Jamaica, UTech. She was invited to join the prestigious MVP track club, coached by the legendary Stephen Francis. This was the lifeline she desperately needed, a chance to train with the best in the world. At UTech, under the meticulous guidance of Coach Francis, everything began to change. The training was grueling, more intense than anything she had ever experienced. He worked on her technique. He worked on her strength. He worked on her racing intelligence. For the first time, Elaine was in an environment where her raw talent could be sculpted and refined. The results were not instantaneous, but slowly and surely, a new athlete began to emerge. It was at the Gibson Relays, a storied event in Jamaican track culture, that the first major shockwave was felt. Running the anchor leg for the University of Technology, she produced a stunning performance, turning heads and making people ask, "Who is that girl?" Her progress continued at the 2013 Jamaican Intercollegiate Championships. She clocked a personal best of 11.41 seconds in the 100 meters to win the title. She was no longer just a participant. She was a champion, albeit on a national collegiate stage. Later that season, she represented Jamaica at the 2013 Central American and Caribbean Championships in Morelia, Mexico. As part of the 4x100-meter relay team, she helped Jamaica secure the gold medal. Ran a championship record time of 43.58 seconds. The 2013 season concluded with Elaine Thompson being a completely transformed athlete. The foundation had been laid, the engine had been fine-tuned, and Elaine Thompson was now ready to take on the world. The journey was just getting started. However, it was in 2015 that she truly exploded onto the global scene, and surprisingly, it was in the 200 meters. At the UTEC Classic in April, she ran a blistering 22.37 seconds. This was a world-leading time, a mark that instantly elevated her into the global elite. The major target for 2015 was the IAAF World Championships in Beijing, China. In the Beijing final, Elaine ran the race of her life up to that point, crossing the line in an incredible 21.66 seconds. However, she was just edged out for the gold by the Netherlands' Daphne Schippers. Elaine took home the silver medal. While it wasn't gold, it was a monumental achievement. She had arrived. At the Jamaican Olympic Trials, she blazed to a national record-tying 10.70 seconds in the 100 meters. This run sent a clear message to the world. She was the woman to beat. Arriving in Rio de Janeiro, the atmosphere was electric. As the gun fired, Thompson-Herah exploded from the blocks. She separated from the field by the 60-meter mark. She crossed the line in 10.71 seconds, a decisive victory. She was the new Olympic champion, the fastest woman in the world. But she was not done. This time, Thompson-Herah would not be denied, winning in a season's best time of 21.78 seconds. She had done it. She had won the Olympic sprint double, the first woman to do so since Florence Griffith Joyner in 1988. Following the dizzying heights of Rio, she responded by dominating the Diamond League circuit. The season built towards the World Championships in London, where she was the overwhelming favorite. But sport is rarely that simple. She couldn't produce her explosive finish and faded to fifth in 10.98. American Tori Bowie took gold. Reasons were unclear: pressure, a long, demanding season, and an ongoing Achilles tendon issue. Despite the disappointment, she regrouped and won the overall 100 meters title. The 2017 season was a mixed bag, incredible highs and a crushing low. Yeah. The years following the 2017 World Championships were a period of struggle and inconsistency for Elaine Thompson-Herah. The persistent Achilles injury was a major culprit. The 2018 season was particularly difficult. She failed to win a single Diamond League race and finished a disappointing fourth in the 200 meters at the Commonwealth Games. At the 2019 World Championships in Doha, she managed to reach the 100-meter final but finished fourth, just outside the medals. The Achilles injury forced her to withdraw from the 200 meters and the relay. It was another World Championship that ended in disappointment and frustration. The global pandemic then hit in 2020, postponing the Tokyo Olympics and throwing the entire sporting world into disarray. For Elaine, this unexpected break may have been a blessing in disguise. It gave her an extended period to rest, heal her nagging Achilles, and reassess her approach. The most significant change came after the delayed Tokyo Olympics. In late 2021, Elaine announced she was splitting from coach Stephen Francis and splitting from the MVP track club. It was a huge gamble, leaving the system that had made her a star, but one she felt was necessary to reignite her career. Well, it's a big step. As the delayed Tokyo 2020 Olympics commenced in the summer of 2021, questions surrounded Elaine Thompson-Herah. She answered emphatically in the 100-meter final, crossed the line with her hand raised in triumph. The clock stopped at 10.61 seconds, a new Olympic record. The time made her the second fastest woman in history. Days later, she lined up for the 200-meter final, chasing the double-double. Elaine ran a blistering curve and powered away. She crossed in 21.53 seconds, a Jamaican national record. The double-double was hers. In the relay, she ran a blistering second leg. The Jamaican quartet stormed to gold in 41.02 seconds, a national record. Elaine left Tokyo with 3 gold medals, an Olympic record, and 2 national records. It was a performance for the ages. Yeah. The focus immediately shifted from medals to something even more mythic: the world records of Florence Griffith Joyner. Her first meet after the Olympics was the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene. In the 100 meters, she lined up against the same field from the Tokyo final. What followed was breathtaking. She scorched the track, crossing the line in an astonishing 10.54 seconds. She had just run the second fastest time in history, just 0.05 of a second off Flojo's world record. The assault continued on the Diamond League circuit. She capped off her phenomenal 2021 season by winning the overall Diamond League final in Zurich. She was a record chaser, an athlete pushing the known boundaries of human speed. This phase of her career was defined by a relentless and, spectacular pursuit of history. After the historic highs of 2021, the body that had performed so flawlessly began to send warning signals once again. At the World Championships in Eugene, Thompson-Herah fought hard but could not match the top-end speed of her rivals, finishing with a bronze medal. The problems continued in the 200 meters. She finished a distant 7th. It became clear that the injuries were more significant than she had let on. The 2023 season was supposed to be a year of recovery and rebuilding. The defining moment of her 2023 season came at the Jamaican National Championships. She finished 5th in the 100-meter final, failing to qualify for the individual event. For the first time in nearly a decade, Elaine Thompson-Herah would not represent Jamaica in an individual sprint event at a major global championship. The Queen of the Sprints would be watching from the sidelines. The 2023 season ended for her not with a bang, but with a quiet and deeply concerning whimper. In a surprising move, she announced another coaching switch and joined a new training group led by coach Ronaldo Walcott, placing her in a camp with her biggest rival. The winter of 2023 and early 2024 was a period of intense and focused rehabilitation. It was about rebuilding her body from the foundation up. Her return to the track in the 2024 season has been cautious and deliberate. Each race is a data point, a test to see how her body responds. There have been flashes of the old brilliance, offering a glimpse of the champion within. The ultimate test will be the Jamaican Olympic trials. Her comeback is one of the most compelling storylines of the Olympic year. Can the double-double Olympic champion rise from the ashes of injury and doubt to defend her titles in Paris? Elaine Thompson-Herah's journey is a powerful epic written on the track. Her legacy is cemented by the historic double-double at consecutive Olympic Games. But her story is not just about the gold medals. It is equally defined by her struggles. These chapters of her career, the valleys between the peaks, are what make her triumphs so resonant and so deeply human. For Jamaica, she is the latest in a long line of legendary female sprinters. As the world looks towards the Paris Olympics, the final chapters of her current story are yet to be written. Regardless of the outcome, her place in history is secure. She is a story of speed, struggle, and stunning returns. She is the Jamaican hurricane who showed the world that the most powerful force in sport is not just speed, but the indomitable will to run through the storm and emerge, time and again, as a champion.